taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
And then we got one more poll, Pilot, if you want to bring that up.
Was it the boots, Ennis?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Hey, brush off that soapbox with that real quick. This nigga about to have this damn I have a dream speech. I have a dream for boxers to fight on aircraft carriers in international waters where only 12 people can see them.
A hot topic of conversation, dialogue of boxing, because unfortunately we don't have any fights to talk about, so we have all these mythical Shakur versus Floyd Schofield that's not going to happen, or probably this fight's not going to probably happen. But anyways, we did ask, for the sake of growing the sport of boxing, does the location matter for Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz Jr.? 59% says yes, 19% no, 22% says kind of, with 32 votes. Overwhelmingly, it's yes. I see both sides of the coin, but I'll hear y'all take.
Yeah, I mean, I can see both sides of the coin too, but in my case, I just want to see the damn fight. I mean, that fight's been talked about.
What'd you vote for? Lead with that first, and then explain.
No, of course not. Yeah, I want to see the fight. I don't care where. I mean, I've mentioned it so many times. I don't care where the fight is being held.
That's what you're old school boxing fan, in that sense, you kind of keep it in that way. I mean,
Selfish. Let's be honest. A lot of hardcore boxing fans are selfish. We would see a fight if a nigga had to damn pull out of a fight because of some shit happened to him. We would be like, nah, nigga, make that fight. Fuck that. Fuck your life, nigga. Fuck your kid in the damn emergency room, nigga. You wanna fight this pay-per-view? So I can only imagine a nigga like, yeah, I want to see these two undefeated Americans. If they don't fight in America, and you said there's a way they can fight in Greenland on an iceberg floating around, then yeah, I'll see it. I'll see them fight there. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, like I said, I'm pretty much for the only group that's actually crossed the border to actually see a fight. For PBC, no less. So it's like
the only borders I'm crossing are on the goddamn subtitles on my fucking TV, nigga. See some goddamn fights. I ain't doing all that shit, nigga. You Doctor Who? You jumping the damn?
In my case, because that damn fight has been talked about for how many years? Like 4 years. Like I was like, yo, they should have fought as prospects. Like when they were really legit prospects at one point.
It's not gonna happen in this day and age. I get it, but unfortunately, it's not gonna. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but it's not like a new fight. It's been like, yeah, they've been talking about fighting for years. It's just like, and this was before the zone was a thing.
But this is the best time where like they're at least like, I don't feel like it's forced right now. Like I feel like it's naturally like kind of led up to this. But yeah, I do get where you're coming from. But hold on, Pilot, what did you fucking vote?
I voted yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, this fight is a fight where like it was like supposed to be the next welterweight fight. These were big boys though. Pause. I mean, this was supposed to be the new version of the Spence Crawford. Like eventually they'd meet up. I thought by the time the way Vergil was kind of eating himself out another division, I figured okay, maybe down the line at 160, because there's a lot of fights that we haven't got that we should have got, right? Like AJ Wilder. It's like, so to me, I was being hopeful, okay, maybe we'll get this fight down the line at 154, maybe 160, because I think both those guys are big enough to be middleweights before their career's over. But the fight right now might be perfect, even though there's no title on the line besides the interim WBC, for Vergil, because their last two, their fights respectively, they look the worst we've probably ever seen them look. They look vulnerable. In Turkey,
they were the most competitive fights.
It was the most competitive. No, I'm saying it was the most competitive fights. And basically, it might be the perfect timing for the fight just because they both are vulnerable, and it might bring back fuck the zero. Let's get it. Obviously with the Turkey fat paydays, but this might hopefully that'll be a changing. Because the guy's gonna lose that fight probably and get knocked out. But with that said, I voted yes because of the vibes. I mean, these guys are not, unfortunately, draws. Yeah, they can sell out their hometowns. Most American boxers can do the numbers in their hometowns. Financially speaking, is them in Vegas would flop. It would flop. Them in Vegas would flop. And that's a fight that should be in Vegas.
We don't know that, bro.
It would. They're not. Jaron Ennis is not getting the Peter's P like he should. I'm just saying, like. Yeah,
dude, you had that fight in Texas. That fight sells out in Texas.
Yeah. Texas.
It sells out in Barclays. That fight was hell, bro.
Texas.
They'll sell in Cali, nigga.
Nah, I don't. Texas was a lot.
Why are we having two young Americans, one from Philly, one from Texas, and we're gonna have them fight amongst the cameras? Like, what the fuck is going on? What does that do for anybody?
Yo, King P, these niggas want a fucking Legionnaires boxing match in the desert.
Well, let me get my last point.
Lionheart.
I'm killing them tonight, right?
All the biggest fights of most recent eras have been in Vegas. So I'm just saying that fight should have been the one, but it's not going to seem like it's on the cards right now. So I feel like they would.
Who's Ortiz works in Vegas if they're both coming off knockout performances?
If they're both, yeah, but it's just saying that their names aren't buzzing enough to like. So I get it if they're gonna take the bag. I'm just saying, yeah, it would sell out Texas. It would sell out in Philly, of course, for Texas. But it's not gonna sell out California, or it's not gonna financially.
Dude, so you don't think that's gonna sell out the StubHub?
No, I don't think so.
Get the fuck out of here!
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, with all the Mexicans in Cali, I'm pretty sure it would do good numbers.
No, Vergil's a draw. Vergil got the Mexican American draw and everything. I'm just saying, Boots isn't really pulling his side of the weight fully.
Boots is
dude. And I think y'all overstating Vergil's draw. Vergil's not a draw like that. He's a
bigger draw than Jose Ramirez.
Vergil was like a co-main for some other.
On what scale? Hold on. On what scale? Like on a relative scale, he does numbers. So
what I'm saying is Vergil was a co-main to fight before his last fight. So y'all talking like he's a big shot, hot like
co-main to who?
He fought some random African bum and knocked him out like in one round, and that was like he wasn't even the main event of that fight. I don't know which one it was.
I'm saying who was the main event of that card?
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
Oh, motherfucker, you don't even remember.
That's not my point, but hold on, let me see.
It's my point, nigga.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
You remember his ass, but you don't remember the fucking main event.
Hold on.
So you heard 2 points.
It was the Ramirez Bartholomew fight.
Yeah. You see why you couldn't remember the fucking main event.
So
who you think that was there for?
That's my point. My point is, it was in California. He wasn't even the main event. And you think he's gonna sell out California? Come on now. I'm just saying. Like, what are you talking about?
Dude, you already know Jose. First of all, Jose
Ramirez's hometown
already been a champion, bro.
Wasn't that
Vergil Ortiz?
Wasn't that in Ramirez's hometown or something? Or I don't remember where the fuck that fight was.
I'm gonna say there's more to it. He's like leaving out all the circumstantial shit.
It was in Fresno. What I'm saying is, you're thinking a guy that just wasn't even a guy that's gonna sell it has been a main eventer for a long. I'm just saying I know he main events usually, but it was warm tune-up. But it's like I don't think he's a draw like that.
Okay, look, I'll kind of since you kind of failed to illustrate what King P was asking for, and we kind of scaled this a little bit. Vergil Ortiz is above Edgar Berlanga as far as like we take him serious and he's known. Like Berlanga's more known, but we don't take him serious. So he kind of evens out at a peak. Like if we're talking about Mexicans, I'll give you Munguia and fucking David Benavidez above Vergil Ortiz.
Bam's a bigger draw than Ortiz.
Bam Rodriguez? You serious?
I think so. Yeah. That's my opinion. Yeah.
I mean, they on the same level.
Bam's a bigger draw. No, he's a Mexican.
Bam does numbers though. That's honestly closer than you might think. Bam does numbers.
I can see that, but this is the thing too. Like y'all comparing like fucking world champions. Like Bam's a pound for pound nigga. Like
No, well, you compare. I'm not talking about. You compare Benavidez, who's a champion.
Who on Ortiz level is drawing like him? The only person you could really say is put above him is fucking Munguia. David Benavidez, all these niggas is world champions. Jose Ramirez, I feel is below Ortiz. But even then, if he wasn't, he was a world champion. So give me some nigga relative to Ortiz's position.
You brought up Mexican fighters. You said Munguia, who was a champion, Benavidez, who was a champion. I brought up a guy who was a champion, but it's different. What are you trying to argue this? What are you talking about?
Trying to say Ortiz ain't a draw.
You compared. You said out of Mexican fighters.
You use that because the only reason we brought up the Ramirez fight because you had to research it and bring up his name. And you couldn't remember it because the fight was trash and Ramirez, no one gives a fuck about him no more.
Nobody cares about him. But my point was he was a co-main.
Exactly, so he ain't a draw like that.
No, I'm talking about Vergil was the co-main for that fight.
Motherfucker, Kirkland fucking Tapia was a goddamn co-main. The fucking fight niggas walked out on.
But my point is, you said what Mexican fighters can draw or comparable. Obviously, Benavidez and Munguia, and Bam is
world champions has been like world. Can you name another Mexican American on Ortiz's level?
What are you talking about on Ortiz's level? What do you mean on Ortiz's level?
Somebody who's not even like somebody who's like a contender type nigga or top 5 in his division. Somebody who hasn't officially got a world champion. Not like
America's kind of struggling right now. There's only Bam and I can only think of 2 Mexican American prominent fighters. Bam
exactly. So why you don't think niggas will fucking if niggas see that Ortiz is in a top level elite fight, you don't think niggas gonna support him? Go to that.
He got knocked down twice in his last fight. Didn't have a good performance. What are you talking about?
It was a fucking fight. It was a borderline fight of the year, nigga.
It was a great fight. But I'm just saying, I think you're overrating Ortiz's draw or his popularity. I don't think it's that like that. I don't think it's like that.
You act like I'm like, dude, you treating this nigga like he JoJo Diaz or goddamn Bam, what's his name, Brandon Rios or something.
No, I feel like some of his momentum got derailed with the whole sick shit, the whole that kind of fucked, and him eating out. He was at 140 to 147. He hasn't won a title yet. This is a guy that
dude fucking even like look, even Zerto pulled those numbers. Even the crowd reaction.
That guy has the talent. He should have been he's at 140, 147, not win a title.
All these niggas is relatively close enough where they'll all get supported. Now you put them up with a black American fighter, that shit's gonna sell, bro. When the last time we had an elite level Mexican versus black American fight?
Maybe it's Andre? I'm just kidding.
Nigga, I get it, but it's not the same, bro. That was more like this isn't the very best fight we can give you, but it's the very next best fight. Because if you would have told me I could see David Benavidez versus Canelo or Andre versus Canelo, I would have saw those before. I would rather see those 2 fights than see David Benavidez versus Andre. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see Boots and Ortiz. Like, the fight's perfect right now.
No, I want that fight. I love it. I'm just saying, so back to the point, in terms of it being in Saudi Arabia, the vibe is kind of off. The crowds are always quiet and shit. And it's like, and the worst part is I'm early in the day. So I know it's a little later for y'all, but like, by the time, what time does the Saudi Arabia fights end for y'all usually? The Riyadh? What time does it end?
8 o'clock.
Late.
7:30-ish.
My shit's done like at 4 or 5. It's wet.
Oh yeah, you're on the West Coast.
Yeah, at least you still got the damn afternoon. Us, we're like, shit, okay, what's about some food? What we gonna end the night with?
I mean, either way, this is not ending at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah, top range. All I'm saying is, like, for certain fights, better be football. Yeah, y'all niggas can fight on a damn asteroid. Y'all can fight in goddamn Savage Land. I don't give a fuck. Just fight. fights where I know has a market in the whole country, like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way I'll support that shit being fought over there. You know what I mean? If these niggas had it in contracts where it's like, yo, we'll give you one over here, one there, I'll be a little better with you. But these niggas ain't doing that. Like, we really getting Fury Usyk back in Saudi Arabia?
That's the way it goes. Like,
get the fuck out of here, bro. That fight needing a bunch of fucking crazy British crowd or something, and man, like, I don't know how. Like,
all I know is, like,
wild, bro.
All I know is I just don't want to see Boots in another Karen ass fight, and I just don't want to see, Ortiz with another jobber row, which Eddie will keep him in, in America. Like, so that's the thing, is I just like
but that's how he do his American fighters.
I feel like there's a better chance we get Ennis versus Josh Kelly. and I think
that fight trash too, bro. Look, and it's funny because Android was going back and forth with somebody on Twitter, and it was something about this particular topic. And I had tweeted something. I got into it too, and I mentioned, like, you got the Conor Ben and the Boots fight right there, and Hearn won't make that fight, but he'll float around the possibility of Ortiz Boots when you got a welterweight fight right there in your own label. But you know why? Because that's a better look for Boots. Boots would be the favorite. He'd be the known guy. You know what I mean? Even if you had it in the UK. Because that fight would either work in America or UK. So you got two spots you can have it. And it'll sell. And he won't make that fight. But you would try but you would throw fucking Boots and Ortiz in goddamn desert somewhere. Like, and then I said, how come he couldn't? He never got Andre in a big fight. Like, Saunders tested dirty. He ends up getting a fucking big fight with Canelo later on. His shit, Saunders wasn't even with them niggas. Blah 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 blah. The end of the story. End of the day, his motherfucker got the big fight. And everybody gets signed to Eddie, and yeah, they'll make some money. They'll get, but the Americans never get their moment. They never get that big fight. Especially not in their own country. But Baumgartner and Mayer had to go to fucking the UK.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, stop. Like, yeah, you doing good in boxing, you doing your thing, but stop trying to sell me this shit. You can make American stars. Like, you're not. And niggas saying Bam, bro. Like, Bam ain't no superstar. He a pound for pound nigga that's doing well. Like, there's a difference.
But I'm saying Bam is comparable to me, a more proven. Like, he's.
I only said Bam because the nigga he mentioned Bam, and I'm like, okay, but like, the world should know who Bam is. Yeah. Bam should be known as, you know what I mean?
It's a bigger draw, and I'm saying Bam is a comparable. What are you talking about? What's the argument here? What's your argument?
I'm not arguing, motherfucker. I'm saying what I'm telling you about the conversation. As far as Bam, I would expect Bam to be over Ortiz in popularity because he's a fucking world. How many? He's fought bigger than, bro. He's further in his career. That's why I was saying it's hard to compare Bam to Ortiz, bro. The only thing Ortiz has over Bam that would make him a bigger sell is his size. Because remember, those little minimum weight shits that niggas be bitching and moaning about, niggas don't, casual boxing fans, they don't resonate with that like that.
Right.
That's why I know if you put Ortiz in the right place, in the right faces, the right opponents, whatever, he would do well. That's why this whole, I don't know if it's worth it shit, like, man, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Nigga treating Ortiz like he's got their rigging down. Like, bro, like if he was a promoter, he wouldn't risk it. I mean, I would expect Bam to be over Ortiz. Like, I don't like. Hold on, let me ask you this: should Ortiz be a bigger name than Bam?
Absolutely.
King P?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Just, just because, like, let's be honest. As much as I'm a fan of Bam, you know, it's hard for people to get behind the small guys. Like, Ortiz is a more normal sized guy. So all things considered, all things equal, Ortiz should be a bigger star.
Yeah, he should. And I feel like him fighting Boots in America will be that opportunity, will be that opportunity to give him a chance to reach that level. Because even though he's not further along in his career as Bam, him just being a bigger person should make him automatically a bigger star. So I get it. I see where y'all coming from. I see, but I don't think Pilot was seeing where I was coming from. Like, you can argue it both ways, but I don't think Ortiz is on some like, damn, we can't. I don't think we could afford to make a Ortiz Boots fight in California.
No, they're just going basically what Turkey wants them. Like, okay, this is what you're gonna get paid. You're gonna fight in Saudi Arabia. And that's that. That's pretty much how it goes.
And wasn't Rolly Pitbull in Cali? Like,
but that's stupid on Turkey's part. Like,
thank you.
Turkey's got to do a better job of reading the fucking room.
Yes. For every ball better be that deserve to be out there. That's cool. You have a Ortiz Boots that needs to be here. Same thing with Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, like
how the fuck we didn't mention Zepeda? Zepeda's a fucking perfect comparison to goddamn Ortiz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
we named every motherfucker else.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so is Zepeda a bigger name than Ortiz? Does he sell more?
Nope.
Like, it almost tells me, like, if these niggas was on PBC or on just a bigger platform, it'd be over. Shit, if Bam's selling the way he sells, shit, imagine if he was on a ESPN or Amazon or something.
That is true.
Because all these niggas is there, really, bro.
I mean, all they need is the right, like, I think they're all at a point where all they need is the right fighter to like boost their value completely up. Like, it's like they're one hit away from blowing up. Like that rapper, there's just needs that one hit. All of them are a hit away.
Thank you. Like, and that's what honestly, like, I thought I articulated my point, but you kind of just did it in a better way right there. That what you just said kind of makes me like all these niggas is literally relatively on the same level. They just that one hit away. The only difference between the guys like Berlanga and Munguia is they got their Canelo fight. They got their big moment. The Zepedas, the Ortiz, or even Ramirez had his moment with Josh Taylor.
Yeah,
Ortiz could be Boots' moment.
That's true. Well, fucking Berlanga to me is more like he's more like a fucking novelty fighter than that. He ain't very serious. He's more like a Jake Paul. So I'm not even gonna
fuck it, you read my mind because I was literally gonna say like he's in there. He's somewhere between Jake Paul and Rolly. like well, maybe leaning more toward the Jake Paul. But yeah, like I definitely agree on that. Fuck yeah, you right on that. But yeah, this is a good topic though. But yeah, I just don't want to see every fucking great fight like this go to fucking Saudi Arabia. Like, you can't grow the sport like that. That's my only complaint, bro.
I mean, unfortunately, and here's the harsh reality might be. I really don't think that Turkey Boy cares about growing the sport. I think he just wants to make the fucking matches that he wants to make his dream matches, and that's that. I don't think he gives a shit about growing the sport.
And I believe you. I agree. And the funny thing is, there's people in prominent positions who could really sell the whole importance of making long-term moves and things that could grow the sport long-term and this, that, who could really just, change his mind, or at least not change his mind, but at least present it so in a way where it's like, okay, like this, you shouldn't be leaning toward this. And you know what? Niggas ain't. They just yes man and fucking walking in fields with this nigga holding hands and disagreeing with this shit. And that's my problem. Is too many niggas. The only people I've seen really kind of speak on it were like prominent, like boxing, like media people, like them type, like fans and like troll accounts and some borderline people. But a lot of the big sport entities ain't really, speaking on it like they should.
And largely because the fights are happening. That's part of the reason.
Yeah, well, one, the fights that they want are happening, and they're not trying to upset the new money mark that wants to come in and make all these big fights and shit like that. They don't want to fucking upset him.
And that's why I said these niggas are selfish. These hardcore boxing fans. Some of y'all could be real selfish because there's some selfish shit. Like, niggas would literally, like, y'all would bump into fucking Riddick Bowe and Shannon Briggs, and y'all will see these niggas could literally about to throw hands and fight, and y'all will have y'all phone just off the charger, and y'all won't go live for the rest of us to see. You'll just tell that to everyone anytime you smoking and drinking with it. Like, you could have just streamed this shit, bro. Selfish ass nigga. That's all he's doing. He's like basically a rich kid is going into your house. He's a new kid. Rich kid come live on your block. He walks into your house. He takes all your Legos, all your G.I. Joes, He-Man toys, and he walks back across the street and plays in his mansion. He tells you, yeah, if you want to play, go play with, play over here. Fuck your house. But my toys, nigga, they look better over here. What the fuck? Like, nigga, you just got Batman. Nigga, over here, I got Batman, the Batcave, Batgirl, Batwoman. Nigga, the fuck, nigga? Pretty much making you feel like you ain't shit, nigga. That's what this nigga doing.
And then, I don't know. The man has a big ego. Even then, it's like, well, that Canelo shit was just disgusting on both ends. Pause. Like, that was like a motherfucker that's like, yo, I want to play with that toy. But then the owner, that kid with that toy, starts pushing back. I don't know if I want to give you my toy. Well, fuck you. I don't want your toy now anyway. Like, bro.
Facts.
Like these,
I swear, dog, you get it. This nigga gets it. Like, with the toy.
Battle of the ego.
It's the Richard Pryor shit, nigga. What's that movie? He's like the toy or some shit. For the rich kid, like, oh man, like that's exactly what this shit is. I want the ginger head dog, like fuck you. I want the ginger boxer. No, I want the Wilder boxer. I want the Asian Zhang boxer. Like
yeah, the toy.
The toy. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Like, oh man, like if I was one of those meme niggas, like I would literally take a scene from that movie and just put all their faces on the toy, put all the boxer faces on the toys, put her as Richard Pryor and the kid as oh shit, but yeah, man, that's all this shit is. Like I said, I'm not saying he hasn't done right by the sport. He made some moves, he brought some energy, did some good shit. But all this glazing, that extra glazing niggas is doing is crazy. Like, he ain't changed the world, bro. Like, I'll be honest, like, he might give us the fights we want, but I feel like Jake Paul has done more for the sport as a whole.
But even that is debatable if he's given us the fights that we wanted, because
that is debatable too, bro. Like, yeah.
Like I'm tired of these dudes that are like It's like it's like we're getting. No, I'm not saying we're getting bad fights, but
we not.
But if a nigga is asking for filet mignon, and we get a fucking a fucking T-bone, and it's like, oh well, you got a T-bone, be happy, nigga. We asked for filet mignon. Yeah, the T-bone is nice, but that's not what the fuck we asked for.
Facts. And then when you do finally get your filet mignon, you get it late, nigga. It took a couple tries before we got better beef ball, nigga. So I mean, the same thing for Tyson Fury Usyk, nigga. So you go into this new restaurant, they only really brought you 2 meals you asked for, and then they was late on them, and then everything else is like King P said. I asked for damn veal parmesan, you give me fucking chicken parmesan. I asked for a Philly cheese, you give me a chicken Philly. I asked for gumbo, you give me fucking minus water, bomba cloud. So it's like, yeah, you giving me, you running some parallel things that are just as good or almost as good. But it's not, nigga. It's not what the fuck I wanted. I wanted the brown skin honey dip, nigga. Not the red bone, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, get it right, nigga. Shit.
I mean, well, we'll see.
He asked for the fucking filet mignon, bro. He ain't asked for the T-bone or the tomahawk.
I mean, well, we'll see. I mean, eventually, what comes if just stays in the rumor stage, or yeah, it actually does come to fruition, which would be huge. But that's, we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right.